Good morning, everyone, and I still have feedback. We're good? Thank you very much for joining us, May 2nd, 2024, for our number 13 meeting at Agricultural Affairs Committee here in Ben Franklin. I'd like to begin by acknowledging that this meeting is being held on an unceded Anishinaabe-Algonquin territory. The people of Anishinaabe-Algonquin Nation have lived on this territory for millennia. Their culture and presence have nurtured and continue to nurture this land. I'd like to ask Kelly to go do a call.
Councillor Brown?
Here.
Councillor Kitts?
Here.
Councillor Lulov?
Good morning, Kelly.
Councillor Kelly?
Present.
And Chair, you have quorum.
Thank you. We also have in the gallery with us Councillor Sean Devine. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. I know you like to learn lots of things from Agricultural Affairs Committee. Hopefully we can be help to you. This is a public.
Chair. We have Councillor Johnson as well.
Oh, sorry. Hi, good morning, Lane. Thank you very much for joining us, and we're happy to have you both here in our committee. This is a public meeting to consider the proposed comprehensive official plan and zoning bylaw amendments listed as item 4.2 on today's agenda. For the item just mentioned, only those who make oral submission today or written submissions before the amendments are adopted may appeal the matter to the Ontario Land Tribunal if Council does not adopt an amendment within 90 days of receipt of the application for a zoning bylaw amendment and 120 days for an official plan amendment. To submit written amendments submit written comment on these amendments prior to their consideration by Council on May 15, 2024. Please email or call the committee or Council coordinator. Number two, do we have any declaration of interest? Seeing none, thank you. 3.1, ARAC minute 12, Thursday, April 4, 2024. Is that carried, confirmed?
Confirmed.
Thank you. 4.1, we have an amendment bylaw 2024-293 with respect to fee for fencing viewing. And we have Ryan Thompson here on the gallery he's the planner, number 2 on that. There is no presentation, no declaration. And the recommendation is that the Agricultural Affairs Committee recommend Council approve the amendment to bylaw 2024-293 respecting fence viewing fee to refer to bylaw 2024-33 as outlined in document 1. Any question?
I have at least 2 questions, Chair.
Okay. Council, okay. You want me to hold it or we can quick question?
Yeah, just quick questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Just about the program in general, I just thought it would be a good opportunity to ask. I was wondering if you're able to share how many times over the last year or this term fence viewers have been called in to make determinations on who pays for what and how that moves forward.
Through the chair, this past year, there's been 1 instance, and for this term, I believe there's been 2.
And I'm not sure if you're able to answer this question or not. It might be better for the fence viewers, or I'm not even sure if this information is allowed to be public. Do you have can you share any information on the cost, the way that's dispersed, has been dispersed in this one case, for instance? Like, was it a 50-50 split between landowners? Do you have any information on what the determinations have been in terms of cost per person in terms of fixing or moving fences?
Through the chair, I can't give individual instances, but I can give sort of a general over the whole span of the program.
If you don't mind.
Generally, it's a 50-50 split. The province recommends a 50-50 split. There are instances where this will change due to circumstances of who gets the more benefit from having the fence put in place. And that's generally found out through interviews and seeing what's going on in the field interview.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Ryan. Any other question? Seeing none, is that carried?
Carried.
Carried. Thank you very much, Ryan. I also like to welcome to the gallery Councillor Ralston King. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Item 4.2, zoning bylaw 5494, 5500, and 5510 Boundary Road and 5900 Thunder Road. We have our planner, Jeff Osterschak, here in the gallery, and we have no delegation. And we have actually the applicant, we have Robert Tran and Greg Winters and Tony Reed from Day and Ross. If there is any question, or I'm gonna go through the recommendation and see if there is any. That the Agriculture and Rural Affairs Committee recommend council approve an amendment zoning bylaw 2008 to 50 for 5494, 5500, and 5510 Boundary Road and 5900 Thunder Road, as shown in the document 1, to permit a truck transport terminal and warehouse as detailed in document 2, and that Agriculture and Rural Affairs Committee approve the consultation detail section of this report. Any question? And if we move this in consent, is the applicant is okay with that? Thank you very much. Is that carried?
Carried.
Thank you very much, and the motion is carried. 4.3, we have a rural grant, building grant program, and we have two applications, one in Osgood Ward 20 and one in West Carlton. We have Ryan Thompson. If you have any question, the recommendation is that the Agriculture and Rural Affairs Committee approve the recommendations on the Rural Community Building Grants Program applications as detailed in document 1. Any question? Comment, please go ahead.
I just wanted to, I always take the opportunity to thank our community associations for the amazing work they do. And in this case, the Goleta Community Association, a very small but mighty group who puts on a lot of awesome programming and events for a great community. So I just wanted to congratulate them and thank them for their fantastic work. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Councillor, and I second that. And I want to also say that the program and the way we changed the program this term, it's been working very well. We've been getting lots of good comments from our community association. So thank you, Ryan, for that. Is that motion carried?
Carried.
Thank you. 5.1, we have to receive an update from the City Clerk's Office, status update, Agricultural Affairs Committee, and inquiries and motions for period ending April 19, 2024 received.
Received.
Thank you. Motions, which is notice being previously given. We have number 6.1. Councillor Brown, we have your motion. And that was concerning the speed limit coherence Ashton Station Road, and this was being, just want to highlight that it's been withdrawn by Councillor Brown. That's just for information. Thank you. 6.2, again, Councillor Brown adjusting the inflation calculation for West River Drive sewer connection charges, that the report recommend that the Agricultural Affairs Committee has recommended the council to approve number 1, that Schedule A, Schedule 1 to Bylaw 2023-513 as enacted by Bylaw 210-330 be amended to state all charges imposed or continued by this Schedule A shall be indexed annually on January 1st by the increase in Statistic Canada non-residential building construction price index for the preceding October 1st to September 30th period. And 2, that despite the provision immediately above for the year 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025, the indexing to take place on January 1st subsequent to each year shall be 2.59% for each of these years. It's a technical and long motion. Thank you, Councillor Brown, for always looking on the interest of your resident. Do you have any question? We have Tim Mark here for if we have any question on that. Oh, sorry. Any questions?
Just a comment of gratitude to staff for their support and helping move this forward. Thank you, Chair.
Seeing none, is that motion carried?
Carried.
Thank you. We have no in-camera item. We have no open mic session this time. And we do have a notice of motion for consideration for next meeting. Council Brown, you want to read your motion?
Thank you, Chair. I'll just read the therefore be it resolved. Therefore be it resolved that Agriculture and Rural Affairs recommend council approve the staff report back with options to exempt or exclude century homes that have been abandoned for decades or hunt camps that are recreational in the rural area from the VUT declaration process. And be it further resolved that staff develop and report back in the fall VUT update with an exemption to include properties in the rural area that are not fit for occupation, such as properties with no access to services or properties that can only be used seasonally and cannot be occupied full-time for the purpose of residential housing.
Thank you, Council Brown, and we'll discuss this next meeting. Oh, Council Ruloff?
I was just gonna say, Mr. Chair, if you wanted to waive the rules, I'd be prepared to vote on that today.
I'm open to it. Do we have stuff, like, do you have any questions or?
I don't know. Staff.
Sure.
Up to you. Can't waive the rule.
Okay, do you get, I gotta wait for Kelly to. We'll go ahead. Okay, so thank you. So we consider that from you that to waive the rules, to move forward with it. And is that carried?
Carried.
And if you wanna move on the motion, do we have to read it again or we're good? Council Brown, is that motion carried?
Carried.
Carried.
Thank you,
Okay.
Councillor Luloff.
Thank you, Council Ruloff. So we don't have to deal with it next, and it goes right to council. 10, there is no inquiry, there is no other business. I really like to take the time to thank councilors, 3 of them to join us today at this Agricultural Welfare Committee. I know that Councilor King and Councilor Devine and Councilor Johnson, thank you very much for attending here in person in the gallery. And I want to thank everyone for joining us. We're gonna give you back your day. We're adjourned 10:12. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair.
Way to go, Chair.